Rightio guys, thought I'd show you what I've been up to today. Was working on some more massive underlying changes to the AI system, but that was proving to be a bit of a rabbit hole, so John and I decided to revert that for now and concentrate on a few little ones, and I'll get back to the bigger changes next week. Part of those little changes, which hopefully make it better for people in general, is opening up some variables to control the recall compensation and aim error. These values used to be 100% and 1 second. Now the aim period here should vary a lot more. As it says here, they should consistently have a higher aim error more often. The old value was 1, which means that they'd kind of sit on the outside or the inside for longer. So they either have really good aim for longer or really bad aim for longer. So now it varies a lot more. And now they don't compensate for 100% of the recall anymore, only 25% of it. Eventually this will be into some type of system for characters, but for now it's just exposed in the default AI settings. Pretty straightforward. See here, I've got a guy running already. In that background you can see the behavior tree. Now I did have to slightly fix the task here that handles firing. Originally it wasn't aborting correctly, and the character wasn't implementing the correct interface for this to work, so unfortunately they wouldn't abort firing when they were reloading. But this part was working, so they actually have been trying to fire in bursts for quite a long time. You can see up here that it either tries to do it based on the burst count of the actual firearm, if not, does a random one based on full auto. Also increase the delay slightly between bursts, so anywhere from a quarter to almost half a second between bursts. So they're kicking off there. See, it's pretty straightforward here. This is getting kind of silly, and this is only the main main behavior tree. There's actually subtrees as well. That's kind of why I want to move away from just using a behavior tree to use a combination of trees. And this is, once again, this is a simple one, and as you can see, it's kind of silly. That's the reload over there. All that happens is when he's reloading, do nothing else. Otherwise, if he needs to reload, he stops firing and tries to find some cover and such. And then here's the firing. So you've got someone to shoot at, got line of sight, try to shoot, otherwise someone's obstructed, try and move backwards. Teammate in the way, try and move off to the side, otherwise start shooting. I've changed this around a bit so I can focus on this tree. This one is the one that makes him chase you a little bit. So if I switch this over and run to cover, can't see him anymore. Now he runs to the last location he saw me, till he can see me, and he'll start shooting again. One of the other things I did was to fix the visibility on chain link fences. There was an engine bug ages ago that we fixed, and unfortunately that resulted in these blocking visibility, so now you should see me straight through the chain link fences. Once again, get out of the way, step out. Yeah, you should run to cover now, even though it's not always the best choice. There's actually cover points along here that he'll run to even when he's totally exposed to me. I did actually fix that with the update I mentioned earlier, but it was getting quite severe, so I kind of rolled back to the simpler system. They will actually use ladders now as well, so no more escaping. You can see the points there. No more escaping up a ladder. So if I switch over to a little test level I made. It's not the best piece of AI I've done, but it's better than what they were doing, which was they were trying to teleport. Now they actually will go up and down correctly. Really needs an animation, but well. So yeah, no more hiding up ladders or down ladders. They will actually follow you up there. It's far from perfect. I'm sure they'll fall off sometimes and break their necks and so forth. But yeah, switch it to this. You should see it go off when he... Yeah, there he goes. Run behavior on the ladder. As I said, this should really be integrated into things like having a threat and all that, but for now I just made it its own thing. Yeah, they will get stuck on ladders as well. It's like 10 of them try to get up the ladder at the same time. But again, it was more just to make them have basic movement than to be able to stack up on a ladder correctly and stuff like that. The good thing is the things I had to do to get this to work mean that if I go to doors and so forth, I can make them navigate through doors better as well. You can see this, using simulator, I can see what's going on. It shows part of his path there. This is one of the changes I made. I had to access this path information so I can get the information about the navigation links there, and then do things based on those navigation links. Required modifying things. Game module. But I don't care, it worked. I also fixed the unlimited reload bug, which was an issue in the reload blueprint for the AK and so forth. For some reason it would think if it didn't have a chambered round, it just kept trying to chamber a round, which of course is incorrect. So now it only does that once, and if it realizes it's done that animation already, it will stop. Hopefully I've also fixed that stupid unlimited sound, the firing sound carrying on and on and on when you kill someone. I hope. But we'll find out soon enough. Anyway guys, hopefully that gives you an idea what I've been up to and just sitting on my ass, and have a good one.